A very good morning, children, and I hope you all are doing well and taking very good care of yourself. Today, we are going to start with our third chapter in literature. But before we start with our third chapter, I want you all to listen to this lovely hymn, which is called as All Things Bright and Beautiful. And after that, we will talk about the chapter.
All things bright and beautiful, all creatures great and small, all things wise and wonderful, the Lord God made them all. Each little flower that opens, each little bird that sings, God made their glowing colors and made their tiny wings. All things bright and beautiful, all creatures great and small, all things wise and wonderful, the Lord God made them all. The purple-headed mountains, the river running by, the sunset and the morning that brightens up the sky. All things bright and beautiful, all creatures great and small, all things wise and wonderful, the Lord God made them all. The cold wind in the winter, the pleasant summer sun, the ripe fruits in the garden, God made them every one. All things bright and beautiful, all creatures great and small, all things wise and wonderful, the Lord God made them all. God gave us eyes to see them and lips that we might tell how great is God Almighty, who has made all things well. All things bright and beautiful, all creatures great and small, all things wise and wonderful, the Lord God made them all.
Now, children, you all heard the hymn and saw the hymn. Now, what did you observe in this hymn? Did you see cars? Did you see buildings? Did you see anything that is being made by man in this video? No, there's nothing got to do with what man has made on this earth. It is everything that we as human beings are blessed with. It is all nature's gift to us. It is everything that has been gifted to us by God. Okay, this hymn clearly shows us that all these gifts by God given to us, whether it is birds, whether it is the lovely mountains, the clouds, the rain, the air we breathe. Okay, children, we have taken all this for granted from the nature. The air, the purest form of air that we get from the environment. All these things have been mentioned in this lovely hymn called All Things Bright and Beautiful. Okay, nowhere there is a mention about the man-made structures. It is everything about what God has gifted us with, okay, which we human beings have been using over and above our needs. Okay, and now what we are going to go ahead with is the chapter number 3 from our textbooks, which talks about the same thing, little things by the nature. Let's see what the chapter has.
Julia Abigail Carney was an American educator and a poet. She was born on April 6, 1823, and died in 1908. Many of her poems were set to music and taught as hymns. Hymns are religious songs that you hear in the church.
Now, children, I want you all to open your textbooks to page number 14 and follow the poem as I read. Keep a pencil in hand and write down today's date near the chapter name. And as and when I'm reading the chapter, whatever notes I'm giving you, you please take it down in your textbooks. Okay, that's why I'm telling you keep a pencil in hand. All right, let's start.
Little Things by Julia A. Carney. Little drops of water, little grains of sand, make the mighty ocean and the pleasant land. Thus the little moments, humble though they be, make the mighty ages of eternity. Thus our little errors lead the soul away from the path of virtue, off in sin to stray. Little deeds of kindness, little words of love, make our earth an Eden like the heaven above. So, children, here is the explanation of the poem. Now, if you look at the first stanza, children, the poet has very beautifully explained in the first stanza that little things like little drops of water make up the mighty. Mighty means the big and powerful ocean. Little grains of sand make up the pleasant land. In this stanza, there are rhyming words, children. And the rhyming words over here are sand and land. I want you to underline these two words in your textbook and write over there rhyming words. In the second stanza, the poet talks about little moments, little experiences. Even if they are humble, humble here, children, means small, small experiences, small moments. All these moments in our lives are going to stay with us till eternity. Eternity means the end of time. Okay, nobody knows till when it's going to stay with us. So here he's trying to tell us that all these small little moments are going to make up our entire life. It's going to make up all our ages. So to do everything that is good for us. Now we hear, children, the rhyming words are be and eternity. Please underline these two words as rhyming words. In stanza 3, the poet draws our attention to the little errors or mistakes that make our souls go the wrong way. Children, we all are humans, right? So we all are bound to make mistakes. So the poet is trying to tell us that these little errors may lead us away from virtue. Virtue are all the good things that we are supposed to be getting. So one small little error, one small little mistake makes us go in the wrong path. So here the poet is trying to tell us not to go into that wrong path. Try doing what is good for us. Try doing what is the right thing rather than getting into any kind of sin and doing these little errors that are there. And this stanza, children, the rhyming words are away and stray. Please underline these two words as rhyming words. In the last stanza, children, the poet wants us to do our little deeds of kindness. Be polite, talk with love with others, whether it is humans, whether it is animals, whether it is your environment. Treat everyone with love. The poet believes if this is done, then our earth will be no less than a heaven for us to live in. Children, here the rhyming words are love and above. So this is the explanation of the chapter Little Things by Julia A. Carney. So children, that was the explanation of the poem Little Things. Let's quickly go through it once again. Little Things by Julia A. Carney. Little drops of water, Little grains of sand make the mighty ocean and the pleasant land. Thus the little moments, humble though they be, make the mighty ages of eternity. Thus our little errors lead the soul away from the path of virtue, off in sin to stray. Little deeds of kindness, little words of love make our earth an Eden like the heaven above.
Now, children, you saw in this poem little things that how it is very apt for our current situation, what we all are facing right now. Our little deeds, our little actions make a big difference to our environment. We human beings have taken the entire environment for granted. This poem shows us that we human beings can choose the right path and make our lives like heaven on earth. Okay, it is up to us how we want to live on this earth. If we do the right things, if we do not stray from our path, if we follow the correct path, our lives are going to be like the lives that the people had in the Garden of Eden. It was heaven. We can make our earth exactly like that Garden of Eden, like heaven on earth, like the saying goes. It is very apt. It is our actions that is going to make our lives either heaven or hell. So we have to choose our little deeds, our little actions, which are going to stay with us till eternity, till the end of time. All the acts, all the deeds that we do. Okay, so children, today I want you all to make a promise to me. And what is the promise you all are going to do? Make to me is that you all are going to protect the environment to the best of your capability. I'm not telling you to do something that is not in your control, but you as a child at home, small deeds, whether it is switching off the lights when not in use, turning off the taps, if there are leaking taps in your house, ensuring that water is not wasted, if there are plants in your house, water the plants, let it be green around. Okay, so these are little deeds that if each one of us take it as our responsibility, we can make the earth a better place. And if you can plant a small little sapling in your house, will be very good. Every day water it. These are small contributions that we as children can do. Okay, so this is a small little promise I want from you. And if you have plants in your house, you can take nice photos of them and post it to me. Okay, telling me that you are doing your part. You're doing your bit to safeguard our environment. Now that's the end of the chapter. Now what ma'am is going to do, I'm going to send you the written work to be done in your notebooks. You will open to a new page. You'll remember the rule, the date in the margin. On top you'll write the heading, the chapter name, you write the poet's name and the work as it is given to you on the Word document that I send you. There'll be about 4 word meanings and a few question answers. Okay, so that's all for today, children. Take care of yourself. Be safe. Do not go out of the house. Stay in the house. Eat healthy and please remain safe, children. Thank you. Bye.